Hi guys, and welcome to Howzat Cricket Podcast, where we'll be bringing you weekly cricket updates from around the world. I'm Yuv, and I'm here with Arnav.
And it's been an eventful week for cricket. There was a massive match between India and England to put the series 1-1 going into the third test. The Indian Premier League auction was held on Thursday morning, and there was a big win for Karachi Kings in the opening match of the PSL yesterday.
Right, first thing, we're going to start off with the IPL auction. There's some very surprising big buys. Did not expect, Chris Morris to go for 16.25 crores. Very unexpected.
Yeah, that was a huge one there. RCB released Chris Morris, hoping to get him back for a cheaper price in the auction this season. But it turns out Rajasthan were really after him and decided to pay 16.25 crores to get him back to Rajasthan.
Oh, what do you think about Krishna Gautam going for 9.25 or something? Crazy money. And Steve Smith, him going for 2.2, I'm sure he wouldn't be too happy with that one.
Yeah, Steve Smith was one of the massive names going into this auction. I think everyone expected him to go for a huge amount of money to one of the teams, but actually only two people bid on him. RCB looked like they had it, but after a minute and a half of waiting from the Delhi Capitals, they put the paddle up and the hammer went down after RCB decided not to bid again. And Krishna Gautam, you've never seen that much money paid for an uncapped batsman. That is
a lot of money. I'm sure even he wasn't expecting that much. 9.25 crores. Jesus, going to CSK. Pujara as well, 50 lakhs.
Yeah, a lot to be expected of him going into this season.
What did you think of Pujara's buy?
Pujara, I think he's just a joke.
I love Pujara.
Yeah, no, Pujara. It'll be nice to see him in the IPL again. He'll have a breath of fresh air. Hopefully we can see him come in and slog a few over the boundary. Before
we carry on with these podcasts and make it very clear that both of us support RCB. So it's not been the best so far, hoping for a win. We've got some big names as well: Glenn Maxwell, Dan Christian, Kyle Jamieson. So what do you think of that, Arnav?
Looking at the prices we paid for these players, you would think that any RCB fan. RCB's purse going into this auction was 32 crores, and 29.25 of that was spent on just Kyle Jamieson and Glenn Maxwell. But I think those are two very worth it buys. I think we needed them, and they're two players who hopefully can bring the title back to the Chinnaswamy this season.
Back? We never got it in the first place.
Oh well, you know what? For the first time, we need it.
Yeah. I think Dan Christian, I think that was a very good buy for only 4.8 crores in the middle order, and that's something we were really we really needed, that middle order strength with Maxwell and Dan Christian in there. I really think that they can boost the team to win some more matches, because now we don't need to rely as much on Kohli and ABD and 3 and 4, because before our batting it's just not good enough. Last year, Shivam Dube and Washington Sundar were carrying our middle order. You can't have two tail end batsmen who aren't that not tail end, but who aren't that good in the middle order. You need someone strong like Dan Christian, who you can really rely on to win a game.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. 4.8 crores for Dan Christian is an absolute bargain, and something that RCB have always been missing is a stable middle order. And Glenn Maxwell and Dan Christian will hopefully be able to come in late in the innings and score some quick runs.
I hated the way Punjab Kings, their new name as well. I hated the way they have so much money, just literally bullying every team. RCB and Kings 11 or Punjab Kings.
Should not be allowed for anyone.
Yeah. My bad. I'm going to keep on saying Kings 11 Punjab. I have to get used to the new name. But yeah, so they just kept on going at it with different teams. For example, Jai Richardson, RCB, you could tell RCB wanted him badly, but just because of the amount of money Punjab Kings have he went for 14 crores. It's not fair. I don't think a team should be allowed that much money.
Yeah, and they raised the price for I've forgotten his name, Kyle Jamieson. Kyle Jamieson for us. I didn't think Kings 11 even needed Kyle Jamieson. But the money they had, they were able to just raise the price over and over for RCB, and we ended up spending more than we spent on Glenn Maxwell, which was very unexpected from us.
I'm sure he must have been so happy. 15 crores for that, for what is he, 26? That's literally, he's set for life. He must be happy with that. Not because I think I read an interview. He said that he woke up to check a thing and he didn't know how much 15 crore was in their currency, and he was so surprised going for 15 crores. Like, that's proper money, and you could tell RCB needed a fast bowler like him. He's 6'8". He's a proper giant. Hopefully, he can do well for RCB. Like, let's move on to different teams
Hopefully
now.
that height means he can bowl a few killer short balls and decent Yorkers as well, firing into the pitch.
Right. Who else? Yeah, we'll talk about Steve Smith now. Him going for 2.2 crores is a complete steal for Delhi. They must be happy with him.
Yeah, I can't believe that happened, to be honest with you. I thought Steve Smith would be an 8-way bidding war and the price would rise up to 20 crores, but 2.2, that is completely unexpected. RCB put the first bid in for him after it looked like no one was going to buy him in the first round of bidding, but RCB put the paddle up, and it was actually, it looked like he'd be going to RCB for a long time. No one else bid for like a minute and a half.
Yeah, I was so happy. Literally,
I was absolutely mad. And then I saw
that moment where he got to put the hammer down, and he just and then Delhi put their banner up. Imagine how OP the team would have been though, with Kohli, De Villiers, Smith, Maxwell, who would have been lethal.
The batting order this season would have literally been unstoppable.
Okay, right. Bowling wise, I think the bowlers must have seriously got the money this year. They've gone for the highest bid with Chris Morris, Jai Richardson, Kyle Jamieson. Also, what's his name? Riley Meredith. He was a surprising buy. He'd gone for 8 crores. I'd never heard of him before this.
Yeah, an overseas player as well, taking one of the 8 slots in Punjab Kings' team. I'll be honest, I don't know very much about him, but 8 crores, the scouts must have seen something good in him. I was surprised seeing how much the bowlers went for in this auction. There was plenty of very good batsmen, very, very good batsmen who went unsold. The likes of Jason Roy, Alex Hale, Sam Billings, Alex Carey. Yeah, like it's loads of people who you'd expect.
Yeah, Alex Carey was a surprising one. I thought a team would look at him because of his wicket keeping, obviously, as well. He was in Delhi last year, wasn't he? Yeah, he was.
Yeah, there are plenty of big hitters as well in this on this list. So I'm just looking at all the unsold players. You've got Evan Lewis, Aaron Finch, everyone who can whack it about actually. And there's you'd expect at least some of these people to have been playing for someone in the IPL. I think the fact that they're overseas players plays a massive part in this as well. But Sam Billings said in an interview his wife turned to him when he went unsold and asked why he wasn't a bowler. And that's it's evident based on who's been bought this auction. The bowlers have been getting the big bucks and the batsmen have just been ignored.
You gotta love Pujara, honestly. I love him. He must have been so happy going for 50 lakhs to a team. I love him.
I can't believe Cheteshwar Pujara was bought over some of the other batting
was that his first time? Was he unsold? Was he unsold the first time and then went, or was that his first time?
No, I think he was bought by CSK the first round of bidding.
What do you think on Shakib Al Hasan back in the IPL? Do you think he'll be a big buy? Well, he was a big buy. Actually, he only went for 3.2 crores. I think that's a very good deal for KKR to get him back.
3.2 crores. Yeah, it was unexpected seeing him go to Kolkata rather than his what many people think is his home at Sunrisers Hyderabad. But I think he'll fit in there. Kolkata played all right last season, but they were missing something. Maybe Shakib can provide that spark that Kolkata need to make it to the playoffs this season.
And then you just have that Sunrisers Hyderabad with 3 players literally in the corner. So quiet the entire auction. Who do they get? Kedar Jadhav, Mujib, Zadran and Suchit. They only spent how much? 3.5. They spent about 3.5 crores. So they bought the least players. Crores. Yeah, they were quiet this auction.
Yeah, I think going into the auction, we knew that they weren't going to spend big money. Sunrisers have always had a very balanced team.
Yeah, they've got David Warner, Kane Williamson. Jason Holder's a very good buy last year. He won a couple of matches for them. Very good all-rounder. My big hitter. But like getting Kedar Jadhav, I don't see a team like Sunrise. I don't understand why they bought Kedar Jadhav because they don't need him in that middle order. And he's old. He's not as good as he was, definitely. But We'll see. I think they're not going to change their 11 about too much because how strong it was last year, anyways. Like Rashid and all, keeping that on. You can't go wrong. Rashid, he's too good.
Yeah, we've seen Arjun Tendulkar going to Mumbai Indians. Obviously, Sachin's son wanting to follow in his footsteps.
Yeah, no. Well, Mumbai Indians. They might as well not even be in the auction. They literally buy the best players, keep them in their bench, and they don't change their 11. It's so pointless. Like they had Chris Lynn, who's solid opener, and they had him on the bench the whole season last year, and they retained him again. So then they're not changing their 11. So there's no point. Like just because they have so much money, it's not fair. Their 11 is so strong though. It's so balanced. Like any team would love. Who do they have? Right, they got Quinton de Kock, Rohit Sharma opening, Surya Kumar, Ishan Kishan, Hardik Krunal, Kieran Pollard, Bumrah, Trent Bolt. Jeez, their attack is so strong.
And they've bought no point in this auction as well, replacing James Pattinson, obviously.
Also, Nathan Coulter-Nile for 5 crore.
All-rounder who can come in and smash 3 sixes at the back end of an innings. Yeah.
Oh, I was actually surprised that David Milan only went for 1.5 crores. Everyone was saying he'd be a massive buy.
Yeah, a lot of looking in the Instagram comments of many teams' auction picks. A lot of people wanted David Milan to go to their teams. Yeah, it's surprising he went for his base price. I thought a lot of people would be bidding. I think RCB. I thought RCB would have been for him.
Yeah. What do you think of Shah Rukh Khan? I was confused at first. I thought it was the actor, but then you get 5.25 crores.
Yeah, again, an uncapped batsman. I was very, very surprised to see him go for that much. You see all of these uncapped batsmen going for 3-4 times as much as Steve Smith went for. It tells you a lot about the outing these teams have done. Yeah,
you can clearly see that each team went in with a game plan to play. I was surprised. Were you not surprised at Kuldeep Yadav?
I was very confused for a second, thinking that was the Kolkata one.
Kuldip. Yeah, I was so confused where he was in the auction. 20 lakhs. Yeah, but most teams seem to now have a balanced side going in. Who do you think looking the strongest? Who do you think's going in? The best team.
I think the favourites.
You got to rely on Mumbai Indians.
The favourites for every season are Mumbai Indians. It'll definitely be up to one of the other teams to upset them.
It's not fair. It's not fair. They cannot win 3 times in a row. Like someone else has got to win. Like their team is just too strong. It's not fair.
Yeah.
I think honestly, I think Delhi this year have if you look at their team, it's so strong and so balanced as well. Like the team, I think they've done the best this auction. To be fair, getting Steve Smith for 2.2, Tom Curry, and also he's a good all rounder. Sam Billings did get sold or not?
Oh yes, he went to Delhi. Sorry, yeah, he went unsold in the first round of auction. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, no, but I think the favourites for this season's title are definitely Delhi and Mumbai. We saw them in the final last season. Yeah. Obviously, Delhi were very, very strong, and I think they'll be able to pull off the upset this season and maybe take the title off Mumbai.
I don't know. I think RCB might have a chance. You know.
Oh yeah,
for the first time.
On Monday, it's always our year.
Never. We'll win 1 year. 1 year. We've made the final 3 times. Why just 1 year? Like 2016 is the best year ever. Kohli getting 973 runs.
Yeah.
That team was so good. KL Rahul, Chris Gayle, Kohli, De Villiers. Oh, it was so good. But then they all went. It's so funny because like players come to RCB, they perform so bad, and then they go to a different club and they're unreal. Like Marcus Stoinis was so bad in RCB, goes to Delhi, plays well. Shane Watson came up for us for 2 years, goes back to CSK and gets hundreds. It's I don't know. We've got a curse.
Yeah, Shimron Hetmar as well was able to.
What did you feel about the?
Let's have a look at the India versus England matches.
Yeah, that was very big.
Yeah, so this was obviously the second match played in the Chidambaram in Chennai. In the first match, India looked like they were absolutely dominated by the England batting attack.
Yeah.
Joe Root obviously played just amazing. He was unstoppable.
It's like
scoring a double 100 in the first inning.
Yeah, it wasn't fair how well.
And it just looked like no one was getting out.
Yeah, true. Oh yeah, but who performed that? Like literally, and Kohli not being in his best form at the minute, it's not really helping the team out. But Rohit Sharma in that second test really played well. Like that must be his best test innings by far. 161 was it in the first innings?
Yeah,
So
I think
good.
the entire Indian squad really pulled their socks up in that second match.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ravi Ashwin had a hell of a game. 5 wicket haul in the
Oh
first
yeah.
innings and a century in the
You
second.
love it. And that, he got that was his home ground as well. It was his home ground, so you hear the roar whenever he came
Yeah,
out to
in his
bowl.
home ground in front of the fans, century fiver, and the dream debut for Akshar Patel as well, taking a fiver.
No, but I think they realize the importance of this, the test championships coming up now, because it depends if if India have to win the next two tests, or they have to win one and draw one to qualify, and England have to just win.
Yeah,
I don't
from
know. There's
here,
so many
India have to
equations.
win the series and they qualify for the Test Championship. England have to win, I
Yeah,
think, 3-1 to qualify, and if we draw, then Australia qualify, which obviously no one wants.
yeah. We're obviously supporting India for this match. Got to win. It's a big, very big game.
And
Pujara's
this is the
been quite
one being played
quiet.
in the Pujara has he's never been one to score big runs. But he's there. He's solid, very very solid in the middle. In the middle,
Ah, Moeen Ali's ball to Virat Kohli in the first inning was
that
just
was brilliant,
surreal.
absolutely
That
brilliant.
I
I think
reckon
he would have
that's
been
I
lost
reckon
right
that's the
now.
best ball of the not this no it's a serious ball though. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
It'll be
unplayable.
a
Like,
big loss for England going into the next Test match. And this is the one that'll be
wait,
played in the new.
is he not playing? Is he not
No,
playing?
he's not.
Oh
He's
yeah,
going
yeah,
back to
that
England
thing.
to be with his family.
Yeah,
And this
yeah.
is going
I
to be
saw
the
that.
first match played in the new Sardar Patel Stadium in Ahmedabad. It's the
Oh
biggest
yeah,
biggest
it
stadium in
looks
the
so
world now.
nice. Looks very nice. I reckon. What do you reckon about Rishabh Pant? I think his form right now is unbeatable. Like, he's
He's
playing
been
so well.
unbelievable.
You can probably
Yeah,
rely on him
the
now.
people had doubts with
To
him.
score runs. Yeah, you can probably rely on him now to score runs for
Yeah,
you.
yeah, he's one of those players you just love to see him batting. Yes, in tests like it's the IPL, Jack Leach is constantly being smashed out the ground whenever Pant's in the middle, and I think you can really rely on him now to score runs in a pinch. There was a lot of doubts
Yeah,
with him being
100%.
in the squad and keeping this series, but I think he's shown he's able to do it.
No, his keeping was very good. I think that some of the catches he took were excellent, and yeah, I think he's really proved himself. I can't lie, but before the Australia series, I was never a fan of Rishabh, but after his winning match, he's shown great character, and then ever since then, what do you think also about Siraj? I think you done wonders, like,
Siraj,
for
yeah, I think
winning.
he was very,
Yeah,
very, very good in that India versus Australia series.
Australia, yeah,
He had plenty of trolls playing for RCB in the IPL, and I will admit
RCB, yeah.
I was definitely one of the people who didn't
We
trust in
did,
him.
yeah.
But yeah, no, he has performed unbelievably in the India versus Australia series. It was a very mature first series, and his
Yeah.
well, he had just an amazing match with the Gabba as well, and led the bowling attack in his
Oh, so
first ever
he
series
took a
with no
fifer.
Bumrah. He really filled Jasper Bumrah's shoes really well.
What do you think? Final thing before we end it. What do you think of his reaction to Ashwin's
Oh,
100? I thought that
I
was
loved it.
so fun. He literally he celebrated like it was his
Celebrated like
100.
this
He was
his
going
century.
around punching. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
you
was
love to
so
see people
happy.
like that. You know that Siraj would give anything for the team, and his number one priority is India. And it's lovely to
Yeah,
see someone who cares that much and is that happy for his
he's such
teammates.
a humble guy.
He is a very very humble guy, and he lost his
Yeah,
father
just
recently as
saying he
well.
took.
Just the strength he's shown to come back from that, have an amazing performance in Australia and now in England, just shows how
Yeah.
big a character he is.
What was it? He got a wicket on the first ball of his innings. I think in the first test
I think so, yes.
on Indian soil. Yeah. It was a crap ball, but Rishabh Pant took a good catch to take him. I'm just seeing here. Yeah, he got a fifer in the fourth test in the last test. Yeah, he took a fifer. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's really performed. He's really shown that he's in Test cricket, especially. I
Yeah.
wonder. Oh yeah, last thing before we go, the T20 squad for India, they've picked some new names like who's got the
Surya
first
Kumar
one?
Yadav, Ishan
Ishan
Kishan,
Kishan,
who
Varun
else have we put in there?
Chakravarti as well. Yeah,
Oh yes, Tawatia as
I
well.
think
Well,
yeah,
Tawatia, I think he's going to be a big.
Tawati. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sure they'll get an opportunity to play.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited to see Surya Kumar Yadav play in India's blue. He's always
Oh
been
yeah,
very
he's
very solid for
quality. He's
Mumbai Indians at the
quality.
top of the batting order, able to put
Yeah,
on runs consistently,
he's quality.
and he was a big part of their
Yeah.
title winning squad last season. So hopefully we'll see him
He's
play well.
actually really. I think from 2018, he's really proved himself, and like no one. I think people underestimated him, but like he's shown great character in the matches. He's won. I think he's won plenty of matches from Mumbai at this point.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
He scored
There
some
was
big
a
runs last year.
Yeah, the second RCB versus Mumbai Indians match, he won that almost single-handedly. It was just a spectacular batting performance, and even as a rival fan, I have to admit, it was a joy to watch.
It was. Right, I think that's all we've got for this episode.
Yeah, everyone, thanks for listening. Make sure you leave a like on the video and leave us suggestions in the comments.
Well, yeah, what would you like next?
Yeah.
Right, bye.